Hi, I'm Matthew Weiner, the founder and developer here at Handcrafted, and in this video I want to go over what the wholesale process looks like from a customer perspective. Now if you're a seller and you want to learn more about wholesale on Handcrafted, I'll leave a link in the description below to a video that's more about wholesale from the seller perspective. So what I'm going to go over here is the process of getting access to wholesale via our tax-exempt application, how the marketplace looks different when you have tax-exempt status versus when you don't, and the process of purchasing wholesale instruments, since it's a bit different than checking out normally, since there's a bit of a negotiation process and it requires approval by the seller. So here we go. All right, so here I am on the home page of the website, and I noticed there's this cool underwater violin for sale at wholesale, and I'd like to buy it. Now, if I don't have a reseller certificate, then I'm not going to be eligible for tax-exempt status, and I will not be able to make wholesale purchases on Handcrafted. But let's say I do have a reseller certificate, and I want to create a wholesale account. What I'm going to do is go over to log in, create an account, and select wholesale customer account. Now, today I'm going to be jazz violinist Stuff Smith, who has a Handcrafted email address. And I'm going to click register. And what this is going to do is create my account and forward me along to the tax-exempt application. Now, if you already have a Handcrafted account and you still want to apply for tax exemption, you can just go up to your account menu and click tax exemption. And that brings you to the same form. So what I'm going to do is enter the information that appears on my reseller certificate. So in this case, that's going to be Stuff Smith, my phone number, and then an address. And then this is going to be the number that appears on my certificate. And this is going to be for California. Now, I also need to upload an image of my certificate or multiple images. And since I don't have one, I'm just going to upload a picture of my beautiful face. But obviously, you're going to want to upload images of your reseller certificate. Now, some certificates have expiration dates associated with them, some don't. If yours does, be sure to enter it here. If it doesn't, you can just leave it blank. And if you think there's anything else that we need to know, feel free to drop it in the notes. I'm going to leave that blank for now, and then submit the application. And then you'll get this confirmation message. Now, if you want to see the status of your submission, you can go up to the Submissions tab. And then you're going to see that it's currently under review. Now, when the status changes, this will change here as well. So when it's approved, it'll say approved. If administrators need more information or your application was denied for whatever reason, those will show up here too. So I'm going to jump over to an admin account real quick and approve this application so I can show you the rest of the process. All right, as you can see, there's now 2 applications here. I accidentally denied the first one, which actually worked out, so you can see the difference between the 2. You can see this first one was denied. Then I went back and applied again, and that one was approved. So now I'm going to go back to the site to purchase that instrument. And you'll see that now, instead of saying available for wholesale, it has the initial retail price crossed out, and then the new wholesale price that's available to me as a tax-exempt customer. So I'm going to click here, and we see the wholesale price. But instead of an add to cart or home trial button here, there's now a request purchase button. And that's because we can't just buy an instrument at wholesale. The seller has to decide that they want to sell it to us. They might just not like us, or they might have pre-existing relationships with other sellers in the region, which prevents them from doing a deal with you. Now, you'll also notice that an instrument might be available for home trial for regular customers and not for wholesale customers. And that's because the home trial process isn't exactly compatible with the wholesale purchase request process. So what I'm going to do now is click this purchase request button, and it opens up this form. Now, if the seller has allowed negotiations and offer prices, then this field is going to show up. If they haven't allowed an offer price, then this won't show up. So just keep in mind that sometimes this might be there, sometimes it won't. I like the price that it's listed for, so I'm not going to make an offer price, but you could set a lower price here if you wanted to negotiate with them. So I'm going to leave a message. I'm going to say, I'm excited to buy this underwater violin. And then click Request Purchase. And what you're going to notice now is that instead of being able to request purchase, it says that I've already requested purchase. And I can view my open purchase request. So I'm going to click this, and that's going to take me to the purchase request itself. Now this is back in my account backend, and this shows the offer price, $4,500, that it's for the underwater violin, that I am Stuff Smith, and that this was created today. Now this is similar to what the seller sees, but they have a couple of extra options to approve or deny the request. So I'm going to click View Messages Conversation. And that's going to take me to a purchase request chat specifically for the purchase request. Now, me and the seller can go back and forth conversing about the purchase request, and the seller can either deny or approve the request, and I'll get a notification for either of those cases. Now, I'm just going to assume that the seller likes this offer, and I'm going to go in and approve the purchase request so you can see what happens when the request is approved. All right, so I went in and approved the purchase request, and you can see that I received another message in the chat that the request has been accepted with a link to purchase the instrument. Now, if I click that link, it's going to take me to checkout just like any other regular order, and I can purchase the instrument with credit card or bank transfer or financing or whatever my payment method of choice is. And that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions about wholesale or anything else, please feel free to reach out and we'll help you out the best we can. Have a good one.